It's time now for your weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news. This is the Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by Chevy Silverado, the official truck of the outdoors.
Hi everybody, and welcome into our show today. I love to explore new fishing territory around our Southwest region. And it's to that end that we find ourselves today at beautiful Lake Waco. As you can see behind us, the campers up on the hill, some beautiful rock cliffs and coves along the way. Lake Waco is a good fishing lake located just west of Waco, Texas, in the upper part of the Texas Hill Country. This lake has several species of game fish, including largemouth bass, catfish, white bass, and crappie. And it's that fourth species, the crappie, that we find ourselves searching for today. Now, I haven't been to this lake in several years. I don't know the pattern, don't know where or how we'll catch crappie today, but we're gonna give it a good shot. And while I'm out on Lake Waco looking for those crappie, we're taking you around the region for all of your latest fishing reports from Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas freshwater, and down along the Texas Gulf Coast, your saltwater reports. Also this week on the Lawrence Hot Lake of the Week, we're going to show you one of the most scenic and productive territories for catching fall and winter speckled trout and redfish on the Texas Gulf Coast at Shamrock Cove and East Flats. On the big catch of the week this week, we're showing you a gigantic crappie caught at Lake Eufaula up in Oklahoma. We'll have the Academy Right stuff, show you the equipment you'll need to catch these fall crappie, and much more on this week's show. So I'm going to get ourselves situated out in Waco, see what we can find, and while I'm doing that, we roll you back to the FSN studios where Julie has your Chevy weekend planner.
This weekend should be a great time to be on the water. The fishing tables indicate good conditions for both Saturday and Sunday, with the prime daylight times beginning around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun will rise at 7:42 and set at 6:39. And evenings will display a crescent moon only 12% illuminated. Stay with us, we're coming right back with fishing updates from Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. Plus, I'll return a little bit later with this week's Ask the Pro feature.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by Chevy, is brought to you by Chevy Silverado, the official truck of the outdoors. By quality award-winning Tracker boats. Fish the finest. Lawrence, maker of the HDS, high-definition systems. And Academy, right stuff, low price, every day.
Got one. There he is. That's a decent crappie right there. Oh yeah. All right. Hey, that'll get it going. Welcome back, everybody. You're on your Southwest Outdoors Report. Let me kick the nose back around and I want to show you this. I told you we were going crappie fishing today, but I didn't really know what we were doing. So there's your crappie right there, and we're going to keep them today. They're going in the live well, but let me show you. Right here in the background, you can see a marker buoy, and you can see up on that shore behind me all those old trees, a bunch of old bodark trees. What we've done is driven around today and just tried to orient ourselves to the lake. I've had my Lawrence HDS, my big widescreen 10 unit back there running, and I've got the 2D sonar on the left and the structure scan on the right, and I've just been scanning the bottom, and what we're looking for is some piece of those broken off bodark trees that have blown out here and sunk in about 10 to 15 feet of water. And every time I find a piece of it, I throw that marker buoy out, set a waypoint on it, and I can come up here and fish it. So that one bit a little Bobby Garland crappie jig, but he is going in the live well. All right, there you go. Well, I think there are actually several different ways that we can catch these crappie today. The dam is a good spot to try. There's a big bridge that goes across the upper end of the lake. We'll show you that a little bit later. Maybe try to catch some off some of the bridge pilings. There's some rock riprap. We'll experiment around and try to catch them more than one way, but we know we can catch them some of these scattered pieces of broken off treetops that have blown out here and sunk on the bottom of the lake. Let's start your regional fishing reports right now. Here's Gary Dallahan with the Sooner Beat in Oklahoma.
Okay, first for you guys, a reminder, the Bobby Garland Crappie Pro Monster Fest is this weekend on Fort Gibson Lake. Activities take place Saturday afternoon, Paradise Cove Marina, 1 to 4 p.m., and then again Sunday afternoon, Paradise Cove Marina, between 1 and 3 p.m. Come find out what guys are doing to catch Oklahoma crappie at this particular time. As far as you bass fishermen, don't think just because it's late October you have to fish deep. Kevin Short proved that's not the case on his recent BASS win on Table Rock Lake in Missouri, which is a deep, clear lake. He caught them shallow. You can do that right now in our state. Here's what he had to say about it.
What I was looking for, I was in the back of a creek, and I was looking on the flats of the creek, not on the steep side. I mean, that's textbook stuff. Channel bends, transition areas, that's kind of that White River Lake. That's where you're supposed to catch them. I'm on the other side of the world. I'm looking on flats for any isolated little piece of wood. And it didn't have to be big. It could be as big around as your arm. A lot of those little isolated pieces of wood would have a fish on them. And I'm beating and banging my little E1 around them, making them bite. And that made the difference in winning.
Hey, why don't you hang around with us, because coming up next, I'm going to show you another key way to catch crappie, not only here at Lake Waco, but other lakes around the region, and it involves that bridge. Stay with us. We've got much more for you on the Southwest Outdoors Report.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by Chevy, is brought to you by Stren, the standard of dependability, by Jean LaRue Lures and Bobby Garland Baits, quality soft plastic baits made in Oklahoma with American pride. Chevy Silverado, the official truck of the outdoors, and Mercury Marine.
Got him. Oh, that's a good crappie. All right. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're on Lake Waco today. Doing a little crappie fishing here in the late fall going into wintertime. How about that for a little slab for you right there? Good Lake Waco crappie. I want to show you something. Here's the next way that these crappie can be caught. Right, if I can swing us back right here, about straight up, about 40 feet, is the Texas State Highway 6 bridge that crosses the lake and goes right into Waco. There are hundreds of these concrete piers and pilings that run all the way across the upper end of the lake. They range in depth from 10 feet down to about 18. So depending on what level the crappie are, you can move up and down these piers and pilings. Now, you can either do what I did then and flip and pitch right next to the pier, or you can actually back off, make a cast lengthwise down these pilings and piers and swing it and swim it back along the edge of those, and you can catch them that way. Two ways that you can fish these piers, both very successfully. Well, there have been crappie almost every place we've stopped on the lake so far today. So we'll put that one in the live well, and we take you to Louisiana. Here's Cajun Phil and Kevin.
Hi friends, Cajun Phil here with your Fox Louisiana Fishing Report. I tell you what, friends, it is unbelievable. We're down here in Dulac, Louisiana. Like I told you, I'm going to be sweeping the entire Gulf Coast. I talked to Tofield Bourgeois yesterday. He was down in Lafitte, Louisiana. Tofield's catching speckled trout and a lot of redfish right now. Also talked to Donovan over at Lanyap Charters. He's also down in Lafitte. He's also catching lots of redfish and drum. Down here in Dulac, Louisiana, I'm with Captain Bill Lake. Captain Bill, how's it going, buddy?
All right, Phil.
You called me, said you've been catching these redfish each and every day. Let's let that one go real quick, Bill, so he stays alive. We'll let the folks at home know what you're doing and how they can get a hold to you. I tell you what, friends, right now it is on fire. You need to get down here to Louisiana. I don't care whether you want speckled trout, whether you want redfish, what you want to catch, you're going to catch it down here in Louisiana. Talked to Captain Kevin this morning. Captain Kevin said, Dad, already 8:30 in the morning, he had his 60 speckled trout and 40 redfish. He said it is on fire on Calcasieu Lake. Friend, I'm going crazy right now. Fishing is good. You need to get out here to Louisiana. Come here, Bill. Tell the folks at home, what's the name of your business?
You can reach me at Bayou Guide Service, 985-637-3712. Much easier to find me on the internet, www.captainlake.com.
All right, here we are. What is the name of this place?
We're fishing the marshes south of Dulac, about 10 miles south of Lower Dularge, below Houma, Louisiana.
All right, for the folks that didn't know where it's at, I tell you what, if you missed it, Call old Cajun Phil, 337-540-5530, or just email me, CajunPhil@hotmail.com. I tell you what I will do, I will put you in touch with captains like this right here. You too can come to Louisiana, catch you some redfish, speckled trout, flounder, big old drum, whatever you want. This morning we had, what, a 50-pound drum? And we've already caught a whole boatload of redfish. I tell you what, you need to get out here and get you some of this. Come on down. Captain Bill, thank you, man. Appreciate it a bunch. See you folks next week right here on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hey, stay with us. Coming up next, right here from Lake Waco, I'm going to show you yet another way to catch crappie in the fall and winter, not only on this lake, but others in the region. And it involves that rock riprap in front of me there. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by Chevy, is brought to you by Abu Garcia for life. By Navionics. Enjoy Navionics anytime, anywhere. By Whataburger, just like you like it. And by Motor Guide Trolling Motors.
There's one. Got him. All right, another crappie. There he is. Good crappie right there. Up he comes. All right. Well, we're still on Lake Waco today, everybody. Glad to have you along with us. And here is the next key way that you can catch crappie, not only here on Lake Waco, but anywhere else in our region. You'll see, we're keeping this crappie, by the way. He's not going back. You can see right here behind me. That's a lot of rock riprap, and it's a real key area for catching crappie, but here's the deal. The crappie are not right up on the rocks. That's too shallow. So all this riprap will have a ledge. It'll be 6 or 8 feet deep out in front of the rocks, and then it'll fall off a ledge into 15 to 20 feet of water. So what I'm doing, and he tore that one up, but I'm using a little smaller, lighter head, Bobby Garland, a little crappie bait. I'll show that to you at the end of the show to show you the two different baits we're using today. Throw it up there on a long cast, pull it off that ledge, off that 6 or 8 feet, and drop it into that deeper 15, 18-foot water. And a lot of these good-sized slabs will be laying right off that ledge, right through the fall, and right into the colder winter time months. All right, this one goes in the live well. Let's check in right now with Brian Hughes, the Lone Star Lakes.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Wild Point Whitetails. Now you might want to check on a management hunt at Wild Point, because for what you would pay in a season lease or less, you can get the buck of a lifetime at Wild Point. Now this week we're going to visit a couple of lakes that have ramps open. Let's face it, there's a lot of lakes we can't fish right now, but Cedar Creek has at least 2 ramps open and a great crappie bite on the deeper brush piles right now. And deeper is important. Many people will find brush piles in 10, 12, 15 feet, but they're out deeper than that in some of the newer brush piles. You'll have to hunt these up, throw your standard crappie baits, crappie jigs, and or live minnows. Now at Richland Chambers, the Oak Cove ramp is still a very good ramp and a good place to fish for bass. Launch your boat, stay near the creek channel, throw jigs and large worms during the day. Early in the morning, look for laydowns or any other visible cover where you can throw topwaters, spinnerbaits, and cordell spots. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Wild Point Whitetails. Now let's check in with Mr. Bill Olson. He's on the coast.
Hi folks, Texas Outdoors Journal brings you this week's report. For the very best monthly coastal and inland fishing information, plus year-round hunting tips, check out our award-winning magazine. Pick up a copy of Texas Outdoors Journal on newsstands or subscribe securely at the website on the screen. Well, some of the coolest weather of the season has reached the Texas coast and dropped water temperatures. Bird activity on the upper coast continues to point anglers to good catches of speckled trout and redfish. North winds have also dropped tides and further stimulated a good flounder bite. Remember, in November, the flounder limit has been reduced to 2 fish per day and no gigging is allowed. Now from Matagorda to Port O'Connor, southward to Aransas and Corpus Christi Bay, upper slot and oversized redfish continue to work shorelines as they make their way toward passes and jetty outlets to the Gulf. Along the beachfront, good bull redfish action continues. A developing topwater bite around islands near the Lydia Ann Channel behind Mustang and Padre Islands all the way to the lower Laguna Madre has anglers catching some good speckled trout with redfish mixed in. Now, if that bite slows, soft plastics rigged on a light jig head or under a popping cork or rattling cork will continue to catch fish. Offshore action is showing subtle signs of slowing down. Out of Port Aransas, kingfish, AJs, ling, and a few sailfish continue to keep anglers happy on light wind days. Trips to the floater rigs are yielding blackfin and yellowfin tuna. This weekend, both Saturday and Sunday have a double tide schedule of 2 high and 2 low tides each day. I'm Bill Olson, and I'll see you on the coast.
This week on the Lowrance Hot Lake of the Week, I'm going to show you one of the most gorgeous fisheries for speckled trout and redfish in the fall and winter months along the entire Texas Gulf Coast. It's the Shamrock Cove and East Flats area just out of Corpus Christi Bay. Let's locate it for you right now on the Lowrance HDS 10. You can see Corpus Christi, Texas on the left-hand side of your screen and Corpus Christi Bay just a little bit south and east of there. We're looking at the area highlighted in red is the pristine trout and redfish spot. We switch to the Navionics Hot Maps Gold chart for all the detail, and we locate Shamrock Cove and the East Flats area here. Zoom in tighter and we turn on the satellite photo overlay and we locate that same general area here. The whole area has deep channels surrounded by mangrove-lined flats. Now we zoom in one time even closer to show you the Shamrock Cove area with these deep channels running through the flats. They're perfect spots for fall and winter speckled trout to hang out. Next we move further north to the East Flats area with more of the same. And it's also a great place for tailing redfish and a perfect exit point for those redfish out to the Gulf through the Corpus Christi ship channel as they leave the bay here. Now this whole area is one of the most scenic and pristine spots to catch trout and redfish along the entire Texas Gulf Coast. Check it out for yourself late fall going into wintertime. That's the Lowrance Hot Lake of the Week. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll have your Ask the Pro, the Big Catch, and the Academy Right Stuff.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by Chevy, is brought to you by Academy. Right stuff, low price, every day. Nitro Performance Bass Boats. Fish your best in a Nitro. Costa Del Mar Sunglasses. See what's out there. And by Chevy Silverado, the official truck of the outdoors.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time now for our Ask the Pro feature. Our question this week is from Tony in Cedar Park, Texas, who wants to know, what is your favorite bait to use in the fall? For the answer, let's ask Bassmaster Elite Angler Terry Butcher.
Probably my favorite fall bait would be probably a buzz bait. Booyah makes a little pipsqueak buzz bait, and you know, in the fall, the fish get up really shallow, get right on the bank, shallow rocks. It's a great bait just to, you know, just cover a lot of water and have a ball.
If you have a question for one of the pros, just visit our website at southwestouttdoorsreport.com. Click on the Ask the Pro link and send us your information. Have a great weekend, everyone. Now back to Barry.
Hey, congratulations this week to Linda Kobasa of McAllister, Oklahoma. She's shown here with a really large crappie. 2.5 pound crappie caught at one of the best crappie lakes in our entire region in the whole country, Lake Eufaula, located in southeastern Oklahoma. If you'd like to submit your big fish photo and have a chance for your fish to be seen on our show, simply go to our website at southwestouttdoorsreport.com. Top right-hand corner of the front page is the login spot. If you're not a member already, you'll need to join. It is free, and once you do, you'll have full access to the members-only area, including my weekly blog, the access to the Chevy Kidfish schedule, my favorites page with all my lodging and guide information, a chance to ask your question of our pros, and submit your big fish photo. Next up, it's time for the Academy Right Stuff feature, and we talked about 2 major ways to fish for these crappie around the region. One is vertical fishing with a heavy-headed jig. The other is making long casts and working it back toward the boat with a lighter crappie jig. So here they are. The one on your left is a 1/4 ounce Bobby Garland Mo Glow jig head. I like these lead heads because they hang so horizontally in the water no matter which bait you rig on the hook. And the body I have here is a slab slayer in kind of a chartreuse and green color. Now the smaller one here is a much smaller 1/16 ounce Bobby Garland Mo Glow lead head, and it's rigged with a baby shad body, and that's a key lime pie color. Two radically different baits for two completely different methods to catch crappie in the fall and going into these upcoming winter months. I don't do this very often, but I kept crappie today, and I did want to give you a little look here at what we caught. Just a good basket full of good keeper size 12 to 13 inch crappie. Most of these will fillet up really, really nice. I think you'd enjoy a trip here to Lake Waco, located in Central Texas, but the techniques we talked about today will work at many lakes across our Southwest region. Now, I do want to invite you to join us next Thursday night at 10:30, unless the high school football game runs late, in which case we'll be on right after the post-game show. You can always catch our show 24/7 on the front page of our website, and all the archived episodes of our show on our YouTube channel. And you can get lots of information that you'll never see on the show on our Facebook page. You can link to all those off the front page of the website. From Lake Waco, Texas, until next week, I'm Barry Stokes saying be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.